Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's still your real estate plug, the Chief Coach of Lagos. This is episode 3 of our hot series on understanding land titles and documents in Nigeria. And today, we are going straight into the supporting document you must collect when buying land or property in Nigeria. Listen, owning land is not just about buying it and walking away. If you don't have the right paper trail, your transaction is hanging, and trust me, that is a dangerous place to be. Recently, a client who bought into one of our projects was complaining of not being scheduled for allocation, and after doing some investigation, I found out that the client has refused to complete filling and signing of his KYC form, which is an important aspect of the transaction process in our organization. Oftentimes, we are faced with issues where subscribers refuse to fill or sign some certain form whenever they subscribe to a property. You hear them say, "I'm too busy to sign this document," and most times when you check, these are clients from the diaspora. And this makes me wonder, is this one of the reasons why most people in diaspora lost their money while trying to invest in Nigeria because of improper documentation process? Let's get into the real checklist of documents that validate your land or house transaction. Number 1, sales invoice and receipt. Please don't just collect any receipt. You need a sales invoice and purchase receipt that reflect the actual payment and amount. The invoice tells the total cost and any statutory charges. The receipt shows how much you've paid so far, especially if you are paying an installment. Always collect a receipt for every payment made, not just the initial deposit. Receipt helps you prove the financial side of the transaction in legal dispute. They are often the first thing that the court will ask you for. Number 2, contract of sale. This one especially is important for installment purchase. A contract of sale is a temporary legal agreement between a buyer and a seller that outlines the following: the name and contact details of both parties, the description of the property, the agreed purchase price, payment terms and deadlines, obligation of each party, clauses for breach, refund or cancellation. It protects both parties until the final payment is made, after which a deed of assignment is usually issued. Without a contract of sale, if things go south during installment payment, you're on your own. Next up is the survey plan. This is the document that shows the exact location, boundary and size of your land. It also helps you to confirm if the land is under government acquisition or if it is free. Here's what to look out for on a valid survey plan: name of the landowner, the location and address, the land sizes in square meter, beacons number and coordinate, the surveyor's name, signature and date, stamp showing the land's acquisition status. In Lagos, only surveyors registered with the Office of the Surveyor General are allowed to draw this. Please note that a survey, be it registered or not, is not a valid land title. Instead, it's one of the documents or instruments you need to perfect your land or property title. Number 4, deed of assignment. A deed of assignment is the legal document that transfers ownership of a property from the seller to the buyer. A lot of people will request for their card document when they make a purchase, but when it comes to land or property purchase, they are less concerned with documentation. Imagine lands that are worth 10 times the value of a car. A good deed of assignment should include the full name of both parties, the exact description of the land, the transaction date, the recital page which gives a brief history of the land and title road, the terms of transfer, signature, witness, and legal seal. Don't forget, a deed of assignment is just a legal instrument that transfers ownership of property, but not a registered land title. However, a deed of assignment can become a registered title, which we all know as governor's consent, when it's registered at the land registry and duly stamped at the stamp duty office. Without this process, you have no legal proof of ownership in the eyes of the law. Number 5, building plan approval. Now, if you are buying a house or a developed structure, make sure the building has a building plan approval. Why? Because without it, the government can come tomorrow and mark the building for demolition. No joke. In Lagos State, you will typically need the following to obtain and approval, a valid survey plan, architectural and structural drawing from certified professionals, land use charge receipt, soil test report for buildings above 2 floors, proof of ownership, photograph of the site, tax clearance certificate, payment of assessment fee, attestation form. The approval comes from the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority and also LAPSCA, which ensure the building meets safety and quality standards. Getting a building approval is not the most exciting part of land buying, but it's what separates legal construction from illegal development. Part 6. Other documents that may apply. Depending on your state and situation, you might also need the following: allocation letters from the government scheme, deed of sublease if you are buying from an estate, certificate of occupancy or governor's consent as we discussed it in episode 2, court judgment if the land was awarded by a court ruling, power of attorney if someone is acting on behalf of the original owner. These are not extra, they are your hammer in the property world. Let me leave you with this: buying land is not complete until your documents are complete. Don't let anyone rush you or convince you with sweet talks. Always insist on collecting the right paperwork. In the next episode, I will take you behind the scene of how land titles are verified, what to check, where to check, who to ask, because if the title is fake, everything else falls apart. So subscribe now if you haven't, and if this episode helps you, give this a thumb up and share it with someone planning to buy land in Nigeria. As always, stay calm, stay informed, and stay guided. Your real estate plug, Chief Coach of Lagos, signing out now.